Welcome back! Woo-hoo, baby! Bitcoin new all-time highs. Yo, I am so freaking happy right now. Oh my God. Does anyone else feel richer today? Does anybody else feel richer? Okay? I gotta have my diamond rings on. You know what I'm saying? I got my Versace shades on. I'm feeling rich today, boy. I'm feeling rich. Bitcoin's at new all-time highs. Cryptocurrency is about to explode. Altcoin Daily, that's what we're reacting to today. So let's get into the video.
What I do think we are on the precipice of is a kind of an economic explosion.
Just in, Donald Trump becomes the first U.S. president to own and support cryptocurrency.
Yes,
Hello, Bitcoiners.
Bitcoin is making new all-time highs. Everybody who has ever bought Bitcoin, if they held, is in profit today. Altcoins are popping off. My friends, this could be the beginning of a whole new era for cryptocurrency. Smash the like button. This is what Wall Street and retail
for
is
your
waking
boy.
up to and hearing today.
Bitcoin briefly surging to a new record high as investors bet that Donald Trump will deliver on his pro-crypto promises, especially with a Republican-controlled Senate behind him and after getting more than $25 million from crypto donors. Now, Trump's main pledge is to fire SEC Chair Gary Gensler, who brought more than 100 enforcement actions against industry leaders like Coinbase and Robinhood. Those stocks are pumping 25% and 17% respectively today, with Robinhood on pace for its best day in over 2 years. Bitcoin miners are also getting a boost this morning, with Trump having promised on the campaign trail that all future Bitcoin will be mined in the U.S. Marathon, Riot, and Bit Digital are all trading up more than 14% and driving small caps higher as well. Now, in terms of the market outlook, multiple analysts are expecting Bitcoin will hit $100,000 before Trump's inauguration, especially if he delivers on promises like launching a strategic national crypto stockpile with the $15 billion worth of Bitcoin that it already has on its books from.
So this is insane. I also heard that the stockpile is going to be 200,000 Bitcoin for the next 5 years. Every year for the next 5. That's obviously a nice rounded number, 1 million Bitcoin next 5 years. The US government is also one of the largest holders of Bitcoin. Obviously, Satoshi Nakamoto is number one, Binance is second, and then you got the US government, I believe. So this is a massive, massive move. Happy day, happy day, happy day. Okay, let me stop right there. Let me stop.
From asset seizures and Scott, Bitcoin now up 68% year to date after briefly hitting that new all-time high overnight.
So, our bull case scenario is playing out in real time. I want to talk to you about how high Bitcoin could go and how high crypto could generally go in the next year. Of course, the big reason, the big change is that Donald Trump is officially in office and he has some promises to keep.
Let's have a second. I want to look at this list here because this list is very important to look at, okay? I want to see what kind of changes are coming to it, okay? So fire Gary Gensler, that's on inauguration day. That's June 6th, okay? Needs to go. Needs to go. If you're not with us, you're against us, Gary. Get the fuck out of here, okay? National Bitcoin stockpile, are you talking about that? Making US crypto capital of the world. So the fact that you guys kicked out Binance US because you want to usher in Coinbase, Binance is the largest holder other than Satoshi Nakamoto of Bitcoin, so you kick them out of America, which is just fucking fantastic. But at least you got Coinbase, at least you got BlackRock, and at least you're holding some Bitcoin already, so not so bad. Boosting U.S. mining, okay, regulatory changes. Those have to come for this market to succeed. This is the first global asset class. Other countries are moving a lot quicker than America and Canada are with regulatory changes and framework. We need to get that going. Crypto Advisory Council, great. Right to self-custody is super important because if you stop self-custody rights, guess what the people are going to do? They're going to leave your nation. right? Nobody's giving up self-custody rights once they understand and know how to do so. And no CBDCs. And fun fact about that, I have a video that'll either be out after this or before this video on my channel talking about the Bank Act of 2025, and it has something to do with CBDCs as well. You have to watch that video. But anyways, I want to break that down quick. Let's get back into the video.
Promises to keep. Like, it is very possible we could see a 100K Bitcoin by election day, by inauguration day. 100K Bitcoin by the very beginning of January is very possible. If he can do even half this stuff, that would put Bitcoin and crypto in a really good place. This video is going viral right now as people send this video to their friends and family saying, hey, you might want to buy some Bitcoin.
Hello, Bitcoiners. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. I will appoint a new SEC chairman who believes America should build the future, not block the future. Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. As part of our effort to provide regulatory clarity, we will create a framework to enable the safe and responsible expansion of stable coins. I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin.
Yes,
it will be
baby.
the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Today, I repeat my pledge to commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. It's enough. And I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say. It's going to the moon. I want America to be the nation that leads the way, and that's what's going to happen. No, you're going to be very happy with me.
So, how likely is all of this to happen? How likely is it that Donald Trump lives up to his crypto promises? Because promising is one thing, executing is another.
Who knows? Maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
But that's what everybody's kind of talking about today and for the next couple weeks. And guess what? Things are looking pretty good, at least according to Anthony Pompliano.
So you think this is the real Donald Trump on Bitcoin that he's been for the last, how long? A year and a half?
I think that he's surrounded by enough people who really understand this. You know, people like Bitcoin Magazine CEO David Bailey, many others who have really spent the time with him. And one of the interesting things is whether he believes in Bitcoin or not is almost a moot point. Is what is he going to do? And if he's going to protect it and not be abrasive, that's a win. But if he also creates the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, I think that'll be a huge tailwind, and it'll kick off this global game theory, right? If the United States starts to lean in and welcome Bitcoin and say, hey, this is an asset that we want on our balance sheet, other countries are going to have to respond.
Absolutely.
And the interesting thing about Bitcoin is that it's been a bottoms-up adoption story. Individuals adopted it first. Now we see corporations and financial institutions. But the central banks are some of the biggest buyers of gold. Gold is up huge. And so if central banks start to buy Bitcoin and put it in their reserves, that would be a massive tailwind for Bitcoin.
So even short of a sovereign wealth fund or anything like that, Andrew, Becky, we haven't talked about Gary Gensler.
So I'm really looking forward to Donald Trump firing Gary Gensler. And people are already throwing out names. You know, who would be the best person for Donald Trump to replace Gary Gensler with? Like, who could Donald Trump actually get to fill Gary Gensler's spot? Mike Novogratz has some thoughts on CNBC. Listen.
Over the next 1, 2, 3, 6 months, as these new people are put in these positions, I think you're going to see a substantial shift in the energy of this industry.
Mike, to the extent you want to throw out some names, who do you think might be up for this SEC role? I know we've had a lot of names thrown around for the Treasury Secretary role. We just talked to Scott Bessent, and we had John Paulson on the program earlier this week. Those are two names that have been floated for that role. We also have had Jay Clayton and others. Who do you think would be the right person to run the SEC under a second Trump administration?
Listen, Hester Pierce has been there, and they call her crypto mom. And I know she's probably throwing her name in the hat. The chief legal officer at Robinhood has been thrown in. I'm not sure the exact person matters as long as they're very open-minded to this industry. And I think there's just no way Trump's not going to pick someone who, listen.
And let's be completely honest, okay? The House, the Senate, the president is all red. So I'm glad that he's so focused on Bitcoin because we've been waiting for this. And as soon as they usher in Bitcoin, which it seems like it's happening already, it's inevitable at this point. I'm more so excited for the other cryptocurrencies to really take hold, and that's where the real money is going to be made.
Right. He's launched his own coin. And so, his family is engaged, he's engaged. And so I just think it's hard to you got to wake up and slap yourself in the face. We have gone 4 years of a very, very difficult regulatory environment, and that's all about to change.
Right.
So I want to be really clear on this. Things could get pretty wild pretty fast. I'm talking about in terms of price appreciation. $100,000 Bitcoin price by inauguration day, very possible. $200,000 Bitcoin price by next year, very possible. And these are not just my thoughts. These are not just the thoughts from a crypto OG who's been here for years. These are the thoughts of experts who study this data and write reports for big banks and institutions, Bernstein, Fidelity, BlackRock. We share with you what their predictions are all the time, and their predictions are up here. Donald Trump's Bitcoin stockpile will be huge for Bitcoin, but I'm really even more excited about what altcoins are going to do in...
We think alike. Great minds think alike. There's a lot of our altcoin bags that we want pumped, and it seems like it's going to come eventually. In time, everything goes up anyways, like a lot. So, anyways.
An administration which likes them. And we're going to release a top altcoin video.
Okay, so that was a lot. I want to say congratulations to all the Trump supporters out there. Okay. Say congratulations for all the crypto and Bitcoin holders out there. Like I said, I have a video called the Bank Act 2025. It's not called that, but that's what it's about. It'll be released either after or before this video. So go check my channel for that or subscribe so that you don't miss that content. It's extremely substantial. Extremely substantial. So leave a like for me, leave a like for Altcoin Daily as well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much.